Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to explore the major learning theories that shaped modern education. These theories help explain how students learn, why they forget, what motivates them, and how teachers can design stronger learning experiences. As we move through each theory, notice something important. These theories did not replace one another, they layered together. Each theory explains a different part of the learning process. Let's begin with behaviorism. Behaviorism, late 1800s through mid 1900s. Behaviorism focuses on observable behavior. The main idea is that learning occurs through reinforcement, repetition, conditioning, and consequences. Edward Thorndike developed the law of effect. He found that behaviors followed by positive outcomes are more likely to be repeated. In simple terms, successful results strengthen behavior. Ivan Pavlov developed classical conditioning. His famous experiments demonstrated that learning can happen through association. Dogs learned to associate the sound of a bell with food, eventually responding to the bell alone. John B. Watson expanded behaviorism by arguing that human behavior is strongly shaped by environmental conditioning. He believed psychology should focus primarily on observable behavior. Then came B.F. Skinner. Skinner developed operant conditioning. He showed that reinforcement and consequences shape behavior over time. Positive reinforcement increases desired behaviors. Consequences can reduce unwanted behaviors. Many classroom systems today still reflect behaviorist principles: grades, rewards, practice quizzes, feedback, participation points, and repeated skill practice. Cognitivism, 1880s through the 1950s. Cognitivism shifted attention from behavior to mental processes. Instead of focusing only on what students do, cognitivism examines how students think, remember, organize, and process information. Hermann Ebbinghaus studied memory and forgetting. He developed the forgetting curve. His research showed that information fades quickly without review or active recall. This is why repetition, retrieval practice, and spaced review improve long-term memory. Jean Piaget studied cognitive development in children. He identified 4 stages of development: sensoromotor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Piaget showed that learners process information differently depending on their developmental stage. Benjamin Bloom created Bloom's taxonomy. This framework organized learning into levels: remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Bloom's taxonomy reminds teachers that learning should move beyond memorization toward deeper thinking and problem solving. Constructivism, mid 1900s. Constructivism says that learners actively build knowledge. Students do not simply receive information. They connect new learning to prior experiences and understanding. Lev Vygotsky developed the zone of proximal development, often called the ZPD. The ZPD is the space between what a learner can do independently and what they can do with guidance and support. This is considered the optimal zone for learning. Not too easy, not too difficult, just challenging enough with support. Support within this zone is called scaffolding. Teachers may provide examples, prompts, guided practice, hints, or modeling early in the learning process, then gradually remove support as students become more independent. Jerome Bruner contributed several major ideas to constructivism. He described 3 modes of representation: inactive learning through action, iconic learning through images, and symbolic learning through language and abstract thought. Bruner also introduced the spiral curriculum. This means important concepts are revisited over time at increasingly deeper levels of complexity. Humanistic Learning, 1940s through the 1960s. Humanistic learning focuses on the whole person. This includes emotional well-being, motivation, relationships, identity, and personal growth. Abraham Maslow created the hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy includes physiological needs, safety, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. This connects to the common phrase, Maslow before Bloom. The idea is that students often struggle to learn when basic emotional or physical needs are unmet. Carl Rogers believed the teacher's role is to facilitate learning rather than simply direct it. He emphasized empathy, authenticity, and psychological safety. Humanistic Learning reminds educators that supportive environments improve learning outcomes. Social Learning Theory, 1960s through 1977. Albert Bandura developed social learning theory. Bandura showed that people learn by observing and modeling others. His famous Bobo doll experiments demonstrated that children imitate behaviors they observe. Bandura also introduced the concept of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is a person's belief in their ability to succeed. Research consistently shows that self-efficacy strongly influences persistence, motivation, and academic performance. Vygotsky's work also connects strongly to social learning because he believed learning is fundamentally social. Students learn through interaction, guidance, collaboration, and feedback from others. Multiple Intelligences, 1983. Howard Gardner proposed the theory of multiple intelligences. He argued that intelligence is not a single ability. Instead, people demonstrate different types of strengths. Gardner identified several intelligences, including verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, visual spatial, bodily kinesthetic, musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic intelligence. This theory encouraged educators to recognize that students may learn and demonstrate understanding in different ways. Connectivism 2004 through 2005. George Siemens and Stephen Downes developed connectivism as a learning theory for the digital age. Connectivism argues that knowledge exists across networks, not only inside an individual's mind. Learning involves locating, evaluating, filtering, and connecting information from multiple sources. These sources may include online communities, databases, search engines, digital media, and artificial intelligence systems. In the modern world, learning is no longer only about memorizing information. It is also about knowing how to navigate information effectively. Growth Mindset, 2006. Carol Dweck introduced the concepts of fixed mindset and growth mindset. A fixed mindset assumes ability is static and unchangeable. A growth mindset assumes ability can improve through effort, persistence, strategy, and feedback. One important concept from Dweck's work is the language of yet. For example, I do not understand this yet. This small shift encourages persistence and continued effort during learning challenges. Closing together, these theories help explain modern education. Behaviorism explains reinforcement and habit formation. Cognitivism explains memory and thinking. Constructivism explains active learning and scaffolding. Humanistic learning explains the importance of emotional safety and motivation. Social learning explains modeling and observation. Multiple intelligences recognize diverse learner strengths. Connectivism explains learning in a digital and AI-connected world, and growth mindset encourages persistence and resilience. These theories continue to influence classrooms, online learning, instructional design, and artificial intelligence today. Thank you for watching.